Greetings everyone, welcome back to another Rewards Day video for our Game Week 250 rewards. Now, I made a big mistake this week, which I'm honestly very bummed out about, but you live and you learn, not the end of the world. So, I made a mistake in a couple of senses, or I guess one big sense that happened for a couple of reasons, if that makes sense. But we'll go over that in the very end. But first, for our rewards. So we had casual. There were 100,000 people to enter. And as we know, top 50% gets a tier 1 reward. And I finished 46,000. So just inside the top 50%, even with Mohammed Dahoud, I believe is how you pronounce it, not playing. Now I could have started, who was it? Yeah. Nicholas Seawald and had 87 more points, which would have been crazy. And also, if we went to, actually, let's go here. Then let's go here. And then also we had an extra defender, 2 extra defenders, so our extra player and a defender, in which, let's see, where is it? Play match week 250 completed. And if we go to my training lineups, we can see that I had, first of all, could have put in Fabinho instead of the extra player, but Ramos would have been the right decision. Another 30 extra points plus the 80 some odd, so about 120 more points. And then for a defender, not many stellar options in here for common defenders who played well this week. So not the biggest mistake in that sense, but I could have certainly done better, is the point I was making. So that's about 120-ish more points, making me around 3,800 to maybe even 400. Yeah, close there, probably around 380, in which if we go to the prize pool, then we go to the, actually the leaderboard, that's where we would go, to check where the top, because if we see the prize pool for common is the top 10%, which is top 10,000. So if we go to the leaderboards of the common division, we go to the next one, you can see that it's up to 100 on page 2. So if we go to page 20, I believe it's up to, is it 1,000? Yeah, so we need to go to page 200 to see what the top 10% was. And just about, oh, is it not going to work? I'm curious. It's very far for it to load, so I don't know if it'll actually load us all the way up to 200. Alright, so I'm curious what the cutoff was, but I think we could have made it into the top 10% if I picked my players correctly. Either way, that was the rundown for our rewards. We'll have a top 50% rewards. But then, to go on beyond that, my America team, I don't know why Corey Burke didn't start. I'm very perplexed. Had 2 goals, didn't play poorly the other day. And I captained him because I was like just hoping he scored a couple goals. So that was just a big blunder out of me. It's not the end of the world. Oh, maybe I'll affect my picking for next week, but I feel like I should start him. He had no reason not to start. He scored a couple goals. But other than that, Graham Zusi played amazing. Love to see it. Paxton Pavakal played very poorly compared to last week. Antonio Carlos, pretty average, pretty good score. And my goalie I picked up, once again, played pretty well. So besides this, 223 points isn't outright terrible. If we go to the prize pools for Game Week 250, we go to our limited tier. I was in the top 50%. I needed to be in the top 500 though. So I could have done a bit better. And if we go to my mixed lineups, I'm pretty sure none of my forwards were, like my only other forward is Mason Toy, who also didn't play. So maybe I have to figure out my forward situation. Maybe I shouldn't have spent all the money on the goalie, but it's not the end of the world. And midfielder played all right. Alex Moyle, but you will notice a ton of players aren't here. That's my big mistake because I sold a goalkeeper and I had a player go over the minimum requirement when his stats were adjusted, meaning I lost my lineup. That was the weekly lineup, and I think I would have placed it really well. So if we go to my club, we can walk through the players that used. Now I did sell, who was it? Did I sell him? I'm not sure. I can't remember if I sold. Yeah, oh no, so I didn't. So James Pantamis was one of my goalies. Now, I probably purchased him too high, to be totally honest. But James Pantamis was one of my goalies, and he didn't play. I didn't expect him to play. I didn't expect points from him. But then Oh, here's our other forward. Yeah, I started Zardes in my other forward spot, who is going to be my go-to forward because he scored 65, which is very good. I probably would have captained him. I like captaining forwards. They can really get a lot of points if they play well. Then I also had Luke Browers, but of course his score was adjusted based on his recent play. Now I thought maybe it would push me through, and he got 78 points, and I truly think this is a great investment. Let's see what he's worth right now at the lowest ask. He's worth, yeah, he's still only worth $35. I'm surprised. He's been playing really, really well lately. Um, I think I bought him for like 32. Yeah. And then beyond that, I also had Dave Romney and Tristan Blackman. Now, Tristan Blackman played outstanding. He had 89 points, meaning I would have had a few hundred points from this lineup that I kind of just tossed together. Mitt Romney, that's funny. Dave Romney with 41. It was an all right lineup. I maybe could have gotten the rewards if I didn't kind of mess everything up by, I think they fell out of the range they were allowed to be in. So, with that being said, let's get right into the rewards. I wish that didn't happen, but it's all right. It happens. And now we will go to our page to claim our rewards. And we got a Tier 1 Sasa Kalajic. If that's I apologize. Oh, and I have to sign in every time. Why it just doesn't save my lineup. Let's see, Sasa, I believe is how you'd say it, right here for Stuttgart, and he's $144 for his limited cards. That's a pretty good pull. I'm happy with it. Another forward, and I will use that to build my lineups for Game Week 252, which of course I'm excited on. I will have to say though, for the Game Week 252, the weekly lineup, though, the fun new scouting series type of lineups, you need super rare or unique cards. So I will not be participating in that one. Be building 2 limited lineups. That being said, thank you all for joining. Have a nice evening, morning, night. Thank you for watching. Peace.